Early success doesn't always come with a guarantee of happiness, and Marlo Thomas embodies this truth. Surging to stardom at just 26, Marlo's life appeared to be a fairy tale unfolding before the eyes of countless admirers. Yet, hidden beneath the glitz and glamour lay a narrative untold, a tale of relentless struggle against the weight of her own perfection. Despite her initial triumphs, Marlo found herself repeatedly thwarted in her quest for further success. Forced to confront the harsh reality of unmet expectations, she ultimately made the difficult choice to pivot her career in a new direction. Let's see how Marlo Thomas was really haunted by his perfect past. Marlo Thomas, reflecting on her early successes at the age of 26, revealed a poignant truth about the price of achieving acclaim too soon. As the producer and star of the groundbreaking television series That Girl, she found herself thrust into the spotlight at a young age, basking in the glow of her achievements. However, with success came unexpected consequences, as she found herself burdened by the weight of her own accomplishments, unable to escape the shadow they cast over her future endeavors. Admitting that her early triumphs left her feeling overwhelmed and paralyzed, Marlo likened herself to someone buried in the sand, unable to rise and move forward. The pressure to maintain her initial success, coupled with the expectation of surpassing it, created a suffocating sense of stagnation. Despite her desire to break free from the confines of her past achievements, Marlo found herself trapped under the weight of her own legacy. Now, at the age of 86, Marlo's vitality pales in comparison to the youthful exuberance of the character she once portrayed on screen. As she confronts the reality of her aging body and dwindling strength, she grapples with the daunting challenge of reinventing herself and finding new avenues for success. Yet, despite her best efforts, she finds herself haunted by the specter of that girl, a character who continues to loom large in her life, serving as a constant reminder of her past triumphs and the expectations they engendered. Frustrated in finding a second success, Marlo Thomas could only sit and remember his glorious moments and smile at the miserable fate that followed. In a sharing post, she opened up her heart and recounted her entire journey to achieving her first and only success. Marlo Thomas, at the age of 26, found herself at the precipice of a groundbreaking endeavor in the television industry. As one of the youngest women ever to produce her own TV show, she embarked on a journey that would test her resolve, creativity, and resilience. Yet, despite the challenges that lay ahead, she remained undeterred, fueled by a determination to carve out her own path in an industry dominated by convention. Her favorite saying, "Never face the facts," encapsulates her defiance in the face of adversity. It speaks to her refusal to succumb to the limitations imposed by others or the stark realities of the world. Instead, she chose to embrace possibility, to see beyond the barriers that others deemed insurmountable. This mindset, rooted in optimism and tenacity, became the guiding force behind her pursuit of success. Marlo Thomas was no stranger to skepticism. Growing up in the shadow of her father, the renowned comedian Danny Thomas, she witnessed firsthand the doubts and skepticism that surrounded his ambitious endeavors. When he set out to build a hospital for sick children, critics questioned his ability to transcend the bounds of his profession. Similarly, when Marlo set her sights on creating a television series centered around a single working girl, she faced a chorus of disbelievers who deemed such a concept unfeasible. Yet Marlo was imbued with a spirit of defiance, instilled in her by her father's example. She refused to let the doubts of others dictate the trajectory of her dreams. Instead, she chose to forge ahead, armed with a belief in her vision and a willingness to challenge the status quo. The road to success was fraught with obstacles. Marlo encountered countless setbacks and hurdles along the way, from securing funding for her project to navigating the complexities of television production. Yet with each setback, she remained undeterred, drawing strength from her unwavering resolve. Against all odds, Marlo Thomas's television series, That Girl, became a cultural phenomenon, defying expectations and reshaping the landscape of television. Its portrayal of a single, independent woman navigating the challenges of urban life struck a chord with audiences, challenging prevailing norms and stereotypes. In the midst of a cultural landscape where marriage was often heralded as the ultimate aspiration for women, Marlo dared to chart her own course. As her peers embraced the traditional path of matrimony, Marlo found herself drawn to a different vision for her life. Despite being a bridesmaid a staggering 17 times, she remained steadfast in her resolve to pursue her own dreams and ambitions. While others exchanged vows, Marlo exchanged her conventional role for one of trailblazing independence. In 1965, at the tender age of 26, Marlo embarked on the monumental task of creating her own television show, That Girl. Inspired by the pioneering spirit of Lucille Ball, she set out to defy the norms of an industry dominated by men. Yet, the road to success was fraught with obstacles, as Marlo encountered resistance at every turn. Surrounded by a male-dominated industry, Marlo faced skepticism and opposition from those who were reluctant to cede power to a woman. From executives who doubted her ability to helm her own show to colleagues who resisted the idea of taking orders from a female boss, Marlo confronted systemic barriers that threatened to derail her ambitions. Even securing airtime for That Girl proved to be a Herculean task, as network executives balked at the prospect of a series centered around a single, career-oriented woman. In a culture steeped in traditional gender roles, the notion of a protagonist who eschewed marriage in favor of pursuing her own passions was deemed too radical to resonate with audiences. Furthermore, Marlo faced the added challenge of establishing her own identity in an industry that had yet to recognize her star power. Despite her talent and ambition, she grappled with the perception that she was an unknown entity, lacking the star appeal to anchor a successful television series. On the night of its debut, That Girl emerged victorious, triumphing over its competitors and solidifying its place in the annals of television history. The magic of the show lay not in its revolutionary premise, but in its universal appeal. Anne-Marie, Marlo's character, resonated deeply with women across the country who yearned to break free from the constraints of convention and forge their own paths in the world. As the show's popularity soared, Marlo found herself thrust into the spotlight, hailed as a trailblazer for women in entertainment. Yet, amidst the celebration of her success, she found herself confronted with a different kind of challenge, the insidious undercurrent of sexism that pervaded the industry. Despite her accomplishments, Marlo encountered resistance and hostility on set, as her assertiveness and ambition were met with derision and disdain. Rather than being lauded for her intelligence and organizational skills, she was dismissed as tough and aggressive, perpetuating harmful stereotypes about women in positions of power. The derogatory remarks and belittling comments about Marlo's authority as a woman with power cut deep, serving as a constant reminder of the entrenched gender dynamics that still plagued the industry. Even in the face of success, Marlo was forced to contend with the double standards and prejudice that sought to undermine her achievements. In the early days of the show, she found herself surrounded by predominantly male staff, with only a handful of women occupying supporting roles such as costume designer and hairdresser. As the lone female voice in a sea of male perspectives, Marlo grappled with the disconnect between the portrayal of her character, Anne-Marie, and the reality of women's experiences. The scripts, penned exclusively by men, often fell short of capturing the authentic voice of a modern, independent woman. When confronted with scenes that rang false to her lived experience, Marlo pushed back, asserting that a woman wouldn't speak or behave in such a manner. However, her concerns were frequently dismissed under the guise of humor, with her male colleagues prioritizing laughs over authenticity. Despite the initial resistance she encountered, Marlo remained steadfast in her conviction that the show's portrayal of women needed to reflect their true complexity and depth. Recognizing the importance of diverse perspectives in storytelling, she took decisive action to rectify the imbalance behind the scenes. By the show's second season, Marlo made a concerted effort to hire female writers, ensuring that the stories of women were told with the nuance and authenticity they deserved. This pivotal moment in Marlo's career taught her a valuable lesson about the power of solidarity and representation. She realized that there is strength in numbers, and that by surrounding herself with other women who shared her vision and values, she could effect meaningful change within her industry. Despite facing scrutiny and skepticism for her forward-thinking approach, Marlo remained undeterred, knowing that she was blazing a trail for future generations of women in entertainment. In spite of the prevailing notion that women like her were outliers in the world of comedy writing, Marlo refused to accept the status quo. Through her perseverance and determination, she sought out talented female writers who shared her commitment to authenticity and inclusivity. Together, they proved that women had a vital role to play in shaping the cultural landscape, challenging stereotypes, and reshaping narratives to reflect the diverse experiences of women everywhere. The final episode of That Girl sparked a significant debate between Marlo Thomas and the network, as well as their sponsor, Clairol. They proposed that Anne-Marie, played by Marlo Thomas, and her longtime boyfriend Donald, portrayed by Ted Bessel, should culminate their journey with a wedding. However, Marlo vehemently opposed this idea, recognizing the profound impact it would have on the show's dedicated audience. Marlo felt a deep sense of responsibility towards the viewers who had faithfully followed Anne-Marie's journey for 5 years. She understood that their connection to the character ran deep, and she refused to betray their investment by resorting to a conventional, cliched conclusion. In her eyes, to suggest that the only path to happiness for a woman was through marriage would undermine the message of independence and self-determination that girl had championed. Instead, Marlo proposed a radical departure from the expected narrative. In the final episode, Anne-Marie takes Donald to a women's liberation meeting, a bold and unexpected move that defied conventional expectations. By subverting the traditional tropes of television romance, Marlo sought to deliver a message of empowerment and agency to her audience. While the network and sponsors may have been displeased with this unconventional ending, Marlo remained steadfast in her conviction. For her, the true measure of success lay not in pandering to commercial interests, but in staying true to the integrity of the show and its message. And her decision resonated deeply with the audience, who flooded her with letters of gratitude for refusing to take the easy way out. Marlo Thomas once made a shocking admission. At the time when That Girl aired, she never harbored a desire for marriage, and thus, it did not manifest on the show. However, as she traversed through life's twists and turns, her perspective on marriage underwent a profound transformation. Marlo came to understand that marriage, when founded upon a deep connection and mutual respect, could serve as a source of solace and strength. Despite her initial reservations, she discovered the transformative power of finding the right partner, someone who complements and supports her in her endeavors. In Phil Donahue, her husband of 39 years, Marlo found not only a soulmate, but also a steadfast ally in her journey through life. Even amidst her many accolades and achievements, Marlo regards her enduring marriage to Phil as one of her proudest accomplishments. It is a testament to the enduring power of love and commitment, a source of joy and fulfillment that transcends the boundaries of success and recognition. Marriage, for Marlo, became a metaphorical cushion of life, providing comfort and support amidst life's inevitable challenges and uncertainties. It taught her that strength as a woman is not defined by any singular achievement, but rather by the courage to pursue one's convictions and embrace the path that feels true to oneself. When looking at Marlo's perfect life at that time, everyone wished because she not only had a successful career, but also had a happy marriage. Until now, Marlo has somehow been able to maintain her romantic relationship with her husband, but that is only half of the ambition she wants to achieve. As mentioned, after leaving the role of Anne-Marie, Marlo barely had enough strength left to seek a second success. From that moment until now, she was still standing there, in the position she always wanted to escape from. However, despite the unspeakable despair in her heart, Marlo eventually accepted her fate as a shadow of her past self and sought other, more suitable jobs. For Marlo Thomas, her life then is interwoven with her profound commitment to the mission of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, a legacy handed down by her father, Danny Thomas, who founded the institution in 1962. As the National Outreach Director for St. Jude, Marlo has devoted herself wholeheartedly to its cause, nurturing it as a cherished heirloom passed through generations. With each passing year, Marlo's dedication to St. Jude has only deepened, her involvement spanning nearly 2 decades. For her, the hospital's annual Thanks and Giving campaign isn't just a charitable endeavor, it's a sacred ritual, a cornerstone of her existence. In her own words, St. Jude is not just a cause she supports, it's an integral part of the tapestry of her life, woven into the very fabric of her being. Marlo's role transcends mere philanthropy. It's a labor of love, an ongoing dialogue with the soul of the institution. From fundraising initiatives to delving into the intricacies of pediatric cancer research alongside the hospital's esteemed scientists, Marlo is intimately involved in every facet of St. Jude's mission. One of her proudest achievements within the St. Jude community is the creation of Domino's Village, a beacon of hope for families navigating the challenging terrain of childhood cancer treatment. Sponsored by Domino's Pizza, this state-of-the-art facility provides a home away from home for families, offering comfort and solace amidst the storm of medical uncertainties. Marlo's involvement in Domino's Village extends beyond mere oversight. She was an integral part of the design team, pouring her heart and soul into every aspect of its creation. From the cozy apartments where families find respite to the vibrant play areas that echo with the laughter of children, Marlo's vision helped bring this sanctuary to life. For Marlo, the creation of Domino's Village isn't just about providing accommodation. It's about nurturing a sense of community and belonging for families navigating the turbulent waters of childhood cancer. With heartfelt enthusiasm, she likens the village to a neighborhood, a vibrant tapestry of support and compassion woven together by the shared experiences of its inhabitants. The very thought of families finding refuge within the warm embrace of Domino's Village fills Marlo with a palpable sense of excitement. It's a testament to the collective effort of the St. Jude community, a tangible manifestation of their unwavering commitment to healing not just the body, but the spirit as well. At the heart of St. Jude's philosophy lies the belief that healing goes beyond the physical realm, that true recovery encompasses the emotional well-being of both the child and their family. It's a holistic approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of mind, body, and soul, and Marlo is deeply invested in ensuring that this vision is realized. We at St. Jude believe that while we can physically heal the child, we can also emotionally heal the child by bringing the family together, Marlo emphasizes with conviction. It's a mantra that resonates deeply with her, driving her to champion initiatives that foster a sense of unity and support among St. Jude's community. For Marlo, the true measure of success lies not just in medical breakthroughs or fundraising milestones, but in the smiles of families finding comfort in each other's company. It's in the laughter that fills the air and the bonds that form between kindred spirits united in their journey toward healing. Marlo Thomas's commitment to her own mental well-being is as steadfast as her dedication to the causes she champions. A self-professed California girl at heart, she has cultivated a routine that nourishes her soul and rejuvenates her spirit amidst the hustle and bustle of city life. For Marlo, maintaining her mental health is a non-negotiable priority, and she approaches it with the same disciplined vigor that characterizes her professional endeavors. 5 days a week, she dedicates herself to physical activity, finding solace in the rhythmic cadence of her workouts. Whether it's a brisk jog through Central Park's verdant pathways or a leisurely stroll with her beloved golden retriever, Charlie, Marlo revels in the healing power of nature. Living in close proximity to Central Park affords Marlo the luxury of immersing herself in the tranquility of nature whenever she pleases. Surrounded by towering trees and the soothing melodies of birdsong, she finds respite from the stresses of daily life, allowing herself to be enveloped by the embrace of Mother Earth. For Marlo, the simple act of stepping outside is akin to pressing the reset button on her emotions. In moments of sadness or strife, she finds solace in the familiar rhythm of her footsteps, each stride a testament to her resilience. Bundled up against the chill of winter or basking in the warmth of the sun's rays, Marlo embraces the healing embrace of the great outdoors with open arms. Marlo Thomas's approach to maintaining her mental health extends beyond physical activity and nature walks. It also involves a steadfast refusal to engage with negativity, particularly on social media platforms. In a world where criticism and judgment often run rampant, Marlo has learned the art of brushing off the haters and focusing on what truly matters, her own well-being and happiness. For Marlo, social media serves as a platform for sharing moments of joy and connection with her followers, not as a battleground for defending her appearance or personal choices. When faced with unwarranted comments or unfounded assumptions about her life, she refuses to be drawn into the fray, choosing instead to rise above the noise and remain true to herself. Recently, Marlo found herself the target of baseless speculation after posting a picture of her husband with their granddaughter. Despite the innocent nature of the photo, some individuals took it upon themselves to comment on her husband's appearance, suggesting that he had undergone surgery. Undeterred by the unfounded rumors, Marlo set the record straight, asserting that her husband had not undergone any surgical procedures. But beyond setting the record straight, Marlo refuses to let the opinions of others dictate her sense of self-worth or confidence. She recognizes the absurdity of equating a person's well-being with their physical appearance, rejecting the notion that looking good must be attributed to cosmetic enhancements. In her view, beauty comes in many forms, and the most important thing is to feel comfortable and confident in one's own skin. Drawing inspiration from iconic figures like Cher, who famously declared, "It's my body, if I want to put my nose on my ass, I will," Marlo embraces a philosophy of self-empowerment and self-love. Like Cher, she refuses to conform to society's narrow standards of beauty or bow to the pressures of public opinion. Instead, she revels in her autonomy and celebrates her right to make choices that align with her own values and desires. Although on her acting career path, Marlo was always haunted by her shadow, fortunately, she bravely chose to go on a different path. What do you think about Marlo's obsession? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.